Hello, nerds of all shapes, sizes, and topics. It's your host, the manager from GT Gaming Den. Going against our namesake, I'm going to be focusing on anime yet again. And thankfully, I managed to finish a show today that I'm going to do a review about. If you've been keeping up with some of the videos we've been doing, the show in particular, Spy X Family. And I'm just going to give like a miniature review and like opinions on it and what I thought about the show as a whole. And to sum it up, I like the fucking show. It's not too bad. Um, the basic premise is, this super elite spy known as Twilight, who's been saving his country and the world for that matter numerous times over, is given this extremely difficult task to infiltrate an elite society at a school to try and get information, possibly take out uh, a father of a family, and what he has to do is something he thought he would never have to do. Like, he's done numerous things. He's probably infiltrated areas, used various disguises to get a one up on various enemies, sabotaged arm deals, steal intel, whole 9 yards. He is the ultimate spy. If James Bond ever met the fucker, he would be ashamed that he would call himself a spy. But his latest mission tasks him doing the most unthinkable thing ever, and that's to make a family. And the whole show just revolves around these three central characters: Twilight, um, a woman who is a highly trained assassin, Yor, and their Esper daughter who can read minds named Anya. And it's basically just an adventure between the three trying to put on the best fake family ever for world peace while they keep their identity secret from one another, because they all have they're keeping all that a secret from one another. And the show goes back and forth between some spy espionage stuff earlier on in the show to Anya trying to be a honorary student to try and help her adopted dad, infiltrate some sort of gathering where all the other families are, where his target will be. And the wife is, you know, stabby stabby. But upon thinking about it, I guess this is like the one complaint that I have is that it's too heavily sided with the school aspect and the whole fake family, in my opinion, because you're introduced to Yor very early on. You do see that one instance where she just obliterates an entire room with some freaking knives or chopsticks, whatever the fuck they were. That's the only instance you really see her of being an assassin. And same thing with Twilight. I mean, there's like maybe 2 or 3 episodes during the whole family event where maybe, he is, protecting the world and doing his whole, spy gig. But once those are over, that's it. It just focuses solely on Operation Strix. The whole idea of, them trying to have a fake family to try and blend in all that shit. And I feel it just detracts from those two characters, main identity of, oh, I'm a spy, or oh, I'm a fucking hardcore assassin. And I think that's like a minor complaint that I just feel, in my opinion, that could have been expanded upon. But thankfully, it seems that there'll be more episodes of the show coming out in October, which just fucking surprises me that there's gonna be more episodes coming out in such a short time frame. It makes me wonder if, like, well, no, it probably is true. All these fucking animators are being overworked to death, but it's just like the fact that it's just coming out so soon. I hope it doesn't ruin the quality of the show or have pacing issues. But yeah, I just hope those aspects are expanded on a lot more, because I'm more curious about who Yor's brother is, Yuri, about his Secret Service gig, or who the shopkeeper, I think, is. It's kind of like the assassin's handler, or is there something else going on with Wise, the organization that Twilight works for. It's like, I want more of that content, not the lighthearted bullshit. Given some of the events that happen with the school aspect are kind of cute. The dodgeball episode I thought was fucking hilarious, even though that one was equally as fucking freaky and gnarly. But yeah, I just hope they don't skimp out on, their identities and their goals, all because of Operation Strix. And of course, this is just coming from a guy that's never read the manga. My co-host apparently read the manga because he just somehow has unlimited time to read manga here, while I have unlimited time to watch anime. So I'd probably have to ask him for an opinion on that. So hey, co-host, if you're listening to this, give out your opinions about the manga and how it might compare to the anime, if he ever watched it. But yeah, beyond that, the animations are awesome. I do like some of their slick moves, even though they're few and far in between. Um, the side characters are interesting, even though to me they're also spread out a little unevenly as well. And obviously, the last episode, unfortunately, is kind of a filler episode because it kind of ends. Like, the 11th episode ends on them getting a puppy for Anya because she thinks maybe by getting a dog, it can get in, the second son's good graces, the son of Twilight's target. And episode 12 is just strictly a filler episode. And given, I think it's kind of cool because it kind of just highlights how overworked Twilight is, but filler episodes are always crap because it's such a kneel jerk stop during the whole show, because you see this like overarching plot continue seamlessly, then out of the blue, boom, stop, just something else completely happens. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? Before you know it, oh, the season's over. You gotta wait several months or a year, or in this case 3 months, for the next season to pop up, and you're like, fuck. But beyond that, I thought the show was cool. If you're interested in some small drama mixed in with some espionage and secretive shit, with a little bit of light humor sprinkled in here and there, it's a good show. I would definitely recommend it. But just know that there is some unevenness here and there, in my opinion, and if you're a type of person that wants to binge or get through as much in one sitting, I'd recommend waiting a few months, probably by the time this video pops up, if it ever does, and just wait for the second part or second season or wherever the fuck it's titled or organized, just so you can have a more flowing story and have to not have to watch the 11 or 12 episodes again. But yeah, it's not bad. I thought it was pretty cute. Again, nice. And hopefully they just, expand more on their side gigs and give us some more stuff. Because, they did sprinkle in some backstory between the characters. Like why Twilight became the spy that he is, and how Yor kind of, became an assassin. But there's still some information left out, like how did Twilight discover and become a spy for Wise, or what's this assassination organization possibly that Yor's working with. Hopefully that stuff gets expanded on a little bit more as more episodes are made. I just hope that stuff doesn't get left in the dust, because again, this whole Operation Strix, and yeah, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. Decent show. I'd recommend giving it a watch. It's well done. Not 10 out of 10 material. I'd say it's definitely around a 7 or an 8. And that's just mostly because I think it's a refreshing take compared to all the other shows that come out, because it just seems like every other show that comes out, it's some sort of slice of life fantasy show, or something that's over the top, gruesome and violent, or it's the typical same running shows, whether it be One Piece or Dragon Ball or, not to egg on it, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But it's a refreshing take, and I hope there's like more shows like this in the future. Not necessarily spy and espionage type stuff, but other, shows that can like take certain things. Like, for example, I've always wondered if maybe there was some sort of anime show out there with like some heisting themes behind it, because I always wanted a show that was kind of similar to the film Heat by Michael Mann, because I would love to see like how they can use that animation to stylize some sort of heist thriller about a bunch of fucking crooks just trying to get rich for some reason. I could definitely see that being translated into an animation, because if there's one thing anime does well, it's trying to convey a certain emotion or feeling that might get left out in some cinematic movies, and I feel it could work really well in anime, but we'll just have to wait and see if something like that comes out in the future. Who knows? Maybe because Michael Mann is apparently thinking about turning his prequel novel, Heat 2, into a movie. Maybe that can help revitalize the heist genre. Maybe something will get rolling off from there, but who knows? I'm droning on. That's my review of Spy X Family. It's like a 7 or an 8. Probably 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad. Apparently, more episodes will be coming out in October. I'll be looking forward to it. Probably by then I'll forget everything about this fucking show and I'll have to rewatch it again. But, yeah, that's all I want to talk about. This has been the Nerdy Manager. Stay safe, you guys. And, oh yes, don't forget, like the video if you enjoyed it. Share some opinions in the comments below. And if you want to keep in touch with us, be sure to subscribe. And, oh god, I hate myself every fucking time I say that shit. Yeah, stay safe, take care, ta-ta.